Can a soccer match cause a massive war in which thousands die? What war broke out because of the theft of a wooden bucket? And which country declared war on geese? Stay with us and let's take a journey through the strangest causes of wars. In 1969, the world was watching the World Cup qualifiers, and in these qualifiers, the teams of El Salvador and Honduras met in a decisive match. As soon as the referee blew the whistle to end the match, announcing El Salvador's victory, a fierce war broke out between the two countries. A fierce war in which all means of modern warfare were used, and thousands of people were killed on both sides, as well as the thousands of wounded and thousands of families displaced, thousands of homes destroyed, and huge losses for both countries. This war became known as the Soccer War or the 100 Hours War. And all this because of an ill-fated soccer match. Before we continue, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. This was not the first time that wars had been ignited for trivial reasons. In Italy in 1325, the cities of Modena and Bologna were in constant competition, and it happened that a group of soldiers from Modena infiltrated Bologna and stole a wooden bucket from a public well. A wooden bucket worth nothing at all. As a result of this theft, Bologna was enraged and demanded the immediate return of the bucket. When Modena refused to return the wooden bucket, war broke out between the two cities. The result was bloody battles between the two countries, resulting in the deaths of more than 2,000 people. Ironically, Modena won the war and kept the bucket, which is still on display in the tower of Modena Cathedral to this day. Imagine the madness. 2,000 lives were lost over a wooden bucket that was worthless. And we are still dealing with complete madness. In 494 AD, a devastating war broke out in the Arabian Peninsula called the War of Bessus between Taghlib ibn Wa'il tribe and the Banu Shiban tribe. This war lasted more than 40 years and claimed thousands of lives, all because of a camel. Camel killed by Kulayb ibn Rabi'a, who was then killed by Jassas ibn Murrah, leading to war that lasted 40 years and claimed thousands of lives. This war was sparked by a camel. What about the war sparked by a pig? Let's find out. In 1859, on the border between Britain and the United States, on an island called San Juan, there was a breeding pig walking peacefully until it found an American field planted with potatoes. Naturally, the pig could not resist the temptation of the potatoes, so it went down into the American field and began to devour the potatoes with relish. There, one of the American farmers saw it and shot it, considering it had violated American borders. This sparked a diplomatic crisis, with Britain demanding compensation for its pig and the Americans refusing to apologize or even pay compensation for the dead pig. The situation became very heated, and the situation escalated to the point where warships and soldiers were sent from both sides. Fortunately, the only casualty in this war was the pig. What about the stray dog war? In 1925, on the border between Bulgaria and Greece, a Greek soldier saw a stray dog and chased it until it crossed into Bulgarian territory. There, a Bulgarian soldier saw it and shot both the dog and the soldier. A war broke out between Greece and Bulgaria that lasted 2 weeks and claimed the lives of about 52 people on both sides. The causes of war did not stop there. In 1731, English sailor Robert Jenkins accused Spanish pirates of cutting off his ear during a search of his ship. 7 years later, Jenkins stood in the British Parliament and gave a powerful speech about the incident, displaying his severed ear, which he had dried and preserved in an elegant box. He stirred up the British Parliament and public opinion, sparking popular anger against the Spanish. This led to the outbreak of war between Britain and Spain in 1739, known as Jenkins' Ear War, which lasted 9 years until it ended in 1748. Stray dogs, pigs, and severed ears were not the only causes of wars. Sometimes, wars are caused by candy. In 1838, France declared war on Mexico after a group of Mexican soldiers looted a French confectioner's shop in Mexico City. France demanded compensation of 600,000 pesos. And when Mexico refused, French ships bombarded the fortress of San Juan de Ulua. One of the strangest wars in history was the one that lasted from 1651 to 1986, more than 335 years, between the Netherlands and the Shetland Islands. The Dutch government officially declared war on the Shetland Islands in 1651, but did not fire a single shot. After peace was established between the Netherlands and the Shetland Islands, the Dutch government forgot to declare the end of the war. Thus, the war officially lasted for 335 years without any battles or bloodshed, until a British historian discovered this forgotten fact in 1986, and a peace treaty was signed, ending the longest war in history. The strangest war of all was not against humans, but between a heavily armed army and geese. In 1784, the Holy Roman Emperor Francis II officially declared war on geese because birds were hindering the construction of water channels. The emperor issued a decree ordering the trial and execution of geese if they were found to have caused damage. Strangely, it was the geese that won the war, and so these innocent birds entered the history of strange human conflicts. These strange wars remind us that human conflicts can sometimes arise from misunderstanding, pride, or even trivial reasons that are not worth all the trouble. They teach us an important lesson. Before igniting the flames of war, we must ensure that the cause is truly worth all the bloodshed and destruction. History preserves the stories of our glorious victories, but it also preserves the stories of our follies, which are worthy of reflection and consideration. In your opinion, what is the strangest reason for war that you have heard of? I look forward to your responses in the comments. And finally, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.